Hi guys, so this news made Kay Burley of Sky News laugh, but I began to cry. It seems that Tory party voters, not members or MPs, but voters, think Boris Johnson is the best of a horrible bunch. The leadership race has been whittled down to just Liz Truss and Rishi Sunak, but surprisingly, or perhaps not, Boris Johnson is way more popular. This is the result of a survey carried out by Delta Poll, and it brings me back to the point I've raised before. Is Boris Johnson really going away? Have a look at this.
This is your latest Delta poll. Talk us through it.
This was the question about who would be the best Prime Minister, and it highlights really the problem that the Conservative face, because this is among Conservative voters from the last election. So that group the Conservatives really need to hold on to, and we found that a plurality of them across all of the different Conservative groups thought that it was right, a good thing, that Boris Johnson resigned. And yet, when given the choice between all three candidates, it was Boris Johnson who was the favourite. So yes, they think it was right that he leaves, but they're not convinced by his replacement.
This is insane. So a majority of Tory party voters back in 2019, when they were asked today, was it right for Boris Johnson to resign? Yes, they said yes. It was a good idea for Boris Johnson to resign. Then when they were asked who should replace Boris Johnson, a majority of them said Boris Johnson. So it's right for him to go, but it's also right for him to replace Boris Johnson. This is insane. Now you can see there's a bit of a gap between him and Rishi Sunak, and there's a massive gap between him and Liz Truss. Not working out very well for the Conservatives here.
And again, it illustrates that the Conservatives have some way to go.
And just on that, before we have a look at the YouGov poll, where you used to work, of course, 97% of 2019 Tory voters valued honesty in a leader. Now, that chap there has been sacked twice for lying, and that's why he's lost his job probably a third time.
Yes, but before he got the job last time, 97% of them valued honesty as well. And so it goes to show that people can value these things, but are sometimes willing to compromise on their ideals to get what they want in other respects.
So they...
And that's Brexit to a T. People chose Boris Johnson back in 2019 because they wanted him to get Brexit done. Now, they were told Boris Johnson is a liar, and they said, we don't care. We trust him to get Brexit done. Didn't they understand that by choosing a liar, he would also lie about that as well? This is something I really didn't understand. People said, yes, I understand Boris Johnson is a liar. I'm going to vote for him because he's going to shake things up, and he has said that he's going to get Brexit done. They were happy for him to lie about everything else, but they, for some reason, believed he wouldn't lie about that. And that's something I think journalists at the time should have asked. Do you think Boris Johnson tells the truth? No, I don't. I know he's a liar. Well, do you think he's going to deliver on Brexit? Yes, he is, because he has promised to. Okay. But this idea that Boris Johnson... that people's value honesty and then they will vote for someone like Johnson just blows my mind. But I think, as I said before, it's not very good for the Conservatives if the replacement for Boris Johnson seems to be Boris Johnson. And, you know, Johnson is not talking about resigning, really. He delivered a speech. He didn't mention resigning in it. Is he actually really going to go away? There's actually a campaign at the moment to get him back on the ballot. And if it succeeded, can you imagine just for a moment that it did succeed and the Conservative Party had to put Boris Johnson back on the ballot? It's likely he would win it. Now, it's likely, it's not probable, it's not guaranteed, I should say, because the supporters are the ones, the members are the ones who will vote for the new leader. And Liz Truss is popular with members, but she's not popular with voters. Rishi Sunak the same. Boris Johnson, it seems, is more popular with voters than with members. But going into a general election, if Liz Truss is the one who's chosen by the members, and she's not popular with voters, it doesn't look like it's going to work out very well for them. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think about all of this. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.